I'm going to do something really simple and something a little bit different today. I like to call these spontaneous stews because I'm just going to throw things in a pot and cook it. And the reason why I've been making these lately, and I love them, they're just really good, is because I was recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. So I know I have to cut out the starches, the pasta, the rice, all the carbs. I am getting my A1C down, and I'm taking some meds for it as well. So it is, I'm doing a little bit better. But I want to show you this really simple stew because it's so easy. You can put it together in minutes. You're in a hurry, you get home from work, you want to get a meal on the table. This is really simple, and it doesn't require a lot of prep work. It's easy. So let's make this spontaneous stew. What I have here is 2 cups of chicken stock or chicken broth. You can use what they have in the store. That's actually homemade, but I would gladly use store-bought. I'm going to enhance this a little bit. I have here some Better Than Bouillon chicken base. I also like to use sometimes this Knoor product. This is Knoor brand tomato and chicken stock flavoring to base. I'm going to use some Better Than Bouillon, and not much because again I'm working with pretty decent chicken stock there, so just a little bit to give it a little bit more chickeny flavor. I have here some tomato paste, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. A good dollop. What is that? A couple tablespoons. Not too much. For seasoning, I'm going to put a pinch of salt in there, or so. There's salt in that chicken base, that Better Than Bouillon, so I don't need too much salt. Put in some freshly ground black pepper. This is garlic powder, just a light sprinkling. Just a little bit, and then I gotta grind up some more. This is onion powder. A little bit of that in there as well. All right, I'm gonna put this on the stove to heat that up, mostly to break down this tomato paste. While my soup is heating, I'm gonna cut up a piece of fish. I buy these fillets at the warehouse store. This one happens to come already marinated. I like these. You can use chicken if you want, turkey meat. I'm just gonna kind of cut this up into small-ish cubes. Let's call it soup size or stew size. If I buy chicken, I like the dark meat, but not so much the white meat, so I use white meat in the stew. Simple as that. There's my fish ready to use. So here's my soup base. I didn't bring this to the boil. I just heated it up enough to, as I said, break down that tomato paste and stir in that Better Than Bouillon chicken base. I'm just going to take a little taste of this, see if it needs any adjustment for salt. No, that's good. This is where it gets really easy. I buy this at the warehouse store. This is stir fry vegetable blend. This is Costco brand, Kirkland Signature. And I just grab hands full of frozen vegetables and toss them in the pot. That's enough right there. Next, I can add my fish. You can see that isn't very much fish. Most of the content here is vegetables. And because I have it, I have some cooked cannellini beans. You can use canned cannellini beans. I'm just going to put some of those in there for some healthy protein. And that's it. This now is ready to go on the stove. The vegetables obviously are still frozen, although they're thawing in that warm broth. You want to bring this up to a boil and cook it for maybe 5 or 6 minutes to cook the vegetables until they're tender but still al dente. So here is my spontaneous stew. When this came up to a boil, I put a lid on it, reduced the heat to low, and set a timer for 5 minutes. I wanted to just simmer it slowly because I didn't want to break up the beans that are in there. Okay, this is going to be awful hot to eat just yet. So I may have to wait for it to cool in my bowl some. Isn't this bowl magnificent? That, believe me, is a soup bowl, but it's so big it looks like a serving bowl. Get my broth in there. Get some of my beans in there. Oh, that looks so good. And some of the fish. I want a piece of broccoli in there. Nice big piece, because I love broccoli. There it is. I'm going to let that cool for a few minutes, and then I'm going to enjoy my dinner of a spontaneous stew. So there it is. Doesn't that look delicious? This has had a chance to cool down a little bit. Now I can taste this and see what it tastes like. I'm going to taste the broth first. Yes, that is very good. One of the vegetables, a couple of the vegetables, to see if they're cooked well enough. I like them a little on the, I want to say crisp, chewy side. No, tender, crisp. Yes, perfect. Little piece of fish here. That is delicious. So there it is. A quick and easy stew. You saw how I just threw things in the pot. Not a whole lot of measuring. And then the cooking time, again, 5 minutes once that broth came to a boil. Really easy to make. Doesn't take a lot of time. Very healthy and very delicious. So excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy my dinner. Yeah.